Today's Cosplay Con Talk episode is sponsored by Moco Queen Color Contacts. Don't forget to use my code Wayne for 10% off at checkout at mocoqueen.com. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. How's it, everyone? Wayne the Known here, and welcome back to another episode of Cosplay Con Talk, where we basically discuss everything pertaining to the cosplay community and conventions. I'm here with Brandy Dixon, founder of the cosplay group Z Fighters Worldwide. I got that correct, right?
Yes, you did.
So again, thank you for coming on to Cosplay Con Talk to talk about Z Fighters Worldwide, what you do, the con you gone to, and all that stuff. So to begin, uh, what made you come up with the name Z Fighters Worldwide, and how long ago has it been since you formed the group?
So I started building the group during COVID, actually. Both me and my fiance are both Dragon Ball fans. And I actually started before this, I had a horror cosplay charity group. Pretty successful with that because I was also pretty connected with a lot of celebrities and stuff like that. Prior to all that, I was connected to the Transformers universe. I had credits with Hasbro. So when I wanted to do something that was more universal for kids, fans, families, stuff like that, that wasn't too scary, I decided I was going to do something that our community really needed, which was an anime charity group, and picked the best one, the biggest one, and went in for Dragon Ball. And yeah, been doing it since this is going to be going on the fourth year.
Oh wow! So next year will be 4 years, or this year will be 4 years?
Yeah, next year will be 4 years, three
That's
solid years, 1 year of building.
wow, that's crazy. What was it like forming this group? Like, what made you decide to specifically pick Dragon Ball, such a
Well,
well-known
when
series?
so there's a lot of charity groups and a lot of cosplay charity groups out there, but most of them are like superheroes or Star Wars or something like that. And I have yet to have found anything for the anime community that is a solid group that you know has good feel for a long standing fandom. So I said, well, let's do the best. Let's go for Dragon Ball because it's been around since 1986. Um, it has one of the largest fandoms in the world. I think it clocked in not long ago over a couple billion fans.
Oh,
I
geez.
really can't go anywhere without being recognized with my car, with the things that I do. I can go to the mall dressed up and I get stopped left and right.
And
So it's a fun thing to do and stuff. And we work with a lot of charity stuff and everything. So it's really great.
yeah, I remember seeing a few years back how you guys were did a charity thing at Mid Valley Comet Art Expo. I think was it last year
Yes.
and this year,
Last year we actually we had Stephanie Naldoni out as a personal guest.
I saw,
And
yeah, I saw that. I remember Steve uh talking about that. I have to say Stephanie Aldoni's a great person. I've even had her on this channel as well as a guest.
well, this year we're actually getting Linda Young.
Yeah, yeah, I remember being, yeah, for next year. It's like I'm hoping I can go next year if I can find a way, because I would love to meet Linda Young myself.
Yeah,
So,
I think this is her first time actually coming to the Pacific Northwest too. So this is a really big thing. And I kind of used my vocal connections and stuff like that to convince that, hey, even though this con's young, I got you, you know.
hey, sometimes having connections is good. It's just as long as you don't abuse it.
Yeah, no, I love my voice acting community and stuff like that. I did a lot of things with Transformer voice actors, and a lot of those voice actors have been in the community since the 1960s, 70s. So a lot of them I'm really good friends with and stuff. So
Nice.
once you start making connections like that, then the rest of the people see you're a good person. Yeah, I can trust you. So
So, what was it like having your first charity event as Z Fighters Worldwide?
um I I just I love doing stuff. So I've been doing charity stuff since 2016, but I really wanted to do something that, we had a control over and stuff. And each time I do things, whether I do parades, whether I do hospital visits or anything else, it's just a great joy. So I can't even put a finger on what the first one was like. It's the smiles, those smiles really make your day.
Do you know how many you've done since you started Z Fighters?
Um, let's see, I pretty much got cons for all of Washington and Oregon. And this year, I'm probably looking at quite a few more. My group is officially worldwide now. We have groups in Italy, England. We got two groups that are forming in Florida, one in Miami, one in Orlando. We got connections down in Texas. Um, got people out in New York. Gosh, I got some members out in Australia, Denmark. Um, gosh, you know, it's
You,
growing.
you you guys have a lot basically.
We do, but it's more like bringing the community together to show the love for what we do. And I'm helping to, help these areas learn how to use the group in a way where you can get a booth, you can set it up, have fun, entertain the public, raise money for a good cause, things like that. So
Nice.
I stay pretty busy year round.
So are you located in Oregon, Washington?
I'm actually in Beaverton, just outside of Portland.
Oh, nice. And that's where no, it's Salem, I think. I'm thinking that has the Mid Valley Comic Expo is at.
Yeah,
Um, so
I'm sorry. My landscapers are doing stuff, so you might get background
oh,
noise.
hey, it's okay. So did you and your husband first start this, or how many members at the time were there when you first started this?
When I actually started it, we started with 69 members right off the bat,
Well, I
just in
mean,
the
when you tell
Portland
when you tell
area.
when you tell them Dragon Ball Z, I mean, or Dragon Ball Generals, like, yeah, they would just they would. I mean, hell, I would want to hop on that bandwagon.
Yeah, no, and we are actually over 525 members now.
Oh, wow, you're
These are cosplayers too.
oh wow.
And I have a ton more friends that have yet to explore Facebook. So I can't really put a number on things, but I have like great connections to cosplay builders, wig makers, um, some of the best people out there for cosplay building, like insane.
I mean, from what I've seen and what you guys do, it's impressive. And again, your the cosplays you guys do are really well done, like including like the wigs you make. And I can't imagine how long it takes to make not only the armor, but like the wigs. And I'm also seeing again on your Instagram that you got Frieza's dad, or yeah, I think this is Frieza. Like this is another project you're working on for the group.
Yeah, that will be one that I will be working on personally for
Who so,
myself.
so who is that? Is that Frieza's dad or
Yeah, that's King Cold.
King Cold? Eh,
Yep.
makes sense. Frieza cooler and King Cold. Oh God,
uh,
I can't wait to see that for you guys too. And I know that project alone is going to be done only the body paint, but like I feel like the headpiece.
well, I think when I actually do that, it's going to be I got stuff to make a big muscle suit type deal. So when I actually build the muscle suit, that will be the purple skin. So I won't have to actually do body paint except for exposed areas, and even that's going to be minimal.
Oh, I mean probably
So
like your face because I feel like everything else, like the hands, you can even like do
yeah,
as well.
there's a lot of ways you can get by with it. The problem with doing body paint is that if you do a con or something, your paint may wear off after a very short
Oh,
time.
I can attest to
If
I can attest to that.
so, there's cheating ways of doing that. There's like body suits and stuff that you can get that simulate the body paint but aren't the body paint. Um, I do a lot of things with muscle suits and prosthetics and stuff myself. Um, Being a girl, and I actually cosplay Goku, and I have to cheat the corner somehow.
Yeah, no, I think let me see if I can't find one of your Goku. Oh, like for oh, yeah, here's like an example of like your and I can see it like your Goku right there with Teen Gohan.
Yeah.
And that wig is like the fact that you got the wig to look about as accurate as Goku's from the show. I mean, I know doing stuff like that is never easy.
So I don't know if you want to see
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Is that his
uh
super is that a Super Saiyan
Saiyan blue that I
Super
just
Saiyan?
got.
Yeah, I saw pictures of that. That's did you make that wig?
No, actually, a friend of mine out in Italy made it for me.
That oh man, you see that's the one thing I like about again having connections with people you know. I mean, I know a wig like that, not only to get it styled like that, but I can't imagine the cost. Not to
Actually, it
mention,
didn't cost that bad. I spent $300 on it.
oh, I mean
It's not that
to
bad.
some people that's
Hey,
expensive.
there are other makers out there for a wig like that cost about $700.
Oh yeah, no, but if, again, it's good that you know someone that's really cool.
So when you sit there and you think about doing costuming like this and stuff, if you want to make your value of what you're doing worth it, then you find things that you can do with it instead of just worrying about one con or two cons a year. Find things you can do. Like we do parades, we do meetups, we entertain kids. We do stuff for Autism Society. We go to the parks or whatever. We find things to do. So we put the value of what we put into our costumes to work for our community too.
Oh no, and like doing stuff like what you do, you gotta make sure like, you know, the costumes are durable too, I'm sure.
Yeah. Because, when you get certain things, sometimes they may only run like the one time you wear it and then they're like broken afterwards or something. So it's like, I want to make sure that I can do a lot. I actually made most of my Goku stuff myself. So my
Nice.
gis and stuff is all made by me. Especially my battle damage Goku stuff. That's all done by me.
Nice.
So I really enjoy building stuff.
I remember when I had I think his name was Gage. I remember him telling me that, you know,
Will
huh?
Will Gage.
Yeah, Will, yeah. I remember him telling me like he was actually the one who told me about you guys. And
Yeah.
like he said it's like he said it's been fun and I think he was saying that you help sometimes you will help him make some of his stuff too, because I know it's not always easy having
Yeah, I made some of his Gohan stuff.
nice. So what was it like attending the first con for Z Fighters, if you can remember?
Very exhilarating. But it wasn't really hard for me to actually get a booth or something because I had already been doing this for a while. Um, I started my career as a professional comic book artist. So working cons was not anything unusual for me. I already knew like Rose City Comic Con. I actually was attending that con before it was Rose City Comic Con, which most people can't even remember when it was before Rose City.
I didn't know. I thought it was just strictly Rose City.
You
I
know,
didn't know.
its first con was actually under the Veterans Memorial under the Moda Center, and it was a basement con.
Oh, gotta love those.
It was back in like 2012.
Oh, gee.
And when I actually mentioned that they had like, so how long have you been coming to the con? And I said, well, I've been going since before it was the con back in 2012. And I got like a big drop jaw because like, wow, you are a vet. So I actually flew out from North Carolina out for my first con out here. And then the
Oh,
next year I moved out here.
it's like this is you'll like what you see, and I don't think I've ever. I'm not. I mean, I'm not familiar with North Carolina, so I don't know if there's any cons out in North Carolina.
Boring. They actually only started having cons after I left.
Naturally,
Yeah,
but
no, it's almost as boring.
again, it seems like you've been having a lot of fun doing this, not just with the group, and you have like. So how many people do you usually have go with you to these events? Because I know you can't have all of them because that's a lot of people, but like how many people do you normally have to go with you to the events locally?
Well, like on one of my big cons, I can have up to 20 people come with me. Um, and it just depends because we are spread out across different areas, so not everyone can come. But the furthest member I've had come out was all the way from Florida, come out for Rose City, joined us, had fun, stayed with us for the whole weekend and stuff. Um, that's the furthest I've had so far. I'm getting ready to see how things go for the Portland Fan Expo. Since we started doing this, we've been getting more and more of our Dragon Ball voice actors coming out.
Oh yeah,
Like,
no. I'm waiting. I mean, hell, I went to a con here in Medford, Oregon. They had I think it was Rick Richardson. He was the voice of Deborah from Dragon Ball Z.
mm-hmm,
They had Elise Bowman, the voice of Pan, and
mm-hmm. I know I wanted to go so bad, and I was sitting there talking to Elise, and I was sitting going, I really want to go, but my finances just didn't let me go.
they also had Peter Kalamas, the ocean dub of Goku there. And
Yes.
like I would love to see you guys if you guys ever get the chance, I would love to see you guys come down here for some of their local cons because having like a cosplay group, I don't think we've had any cosplay groups yet down here. I can't
Where you at?
located in Medford, Oregon. I definitely gotta like talk to them, see if they'd be interested in having a cosplay group down here since you guys
Oh, it wouldn't be hard for me to get a booth there because I follow Metal Arc
and
and
Medford.
stuff and everything down there. It's just more the traveling and
Oh
finding a
yeah.
place to stay and stuff like that. And a lot of my people are like between Portland and Washington.
Oh yeah.
So depending on who I have that can go with me, my group going down may be small. Um, so I can put out a really good display and stuff like that, but we might not have a whole lot of characters coming. But what I do to make up for the fact that we don't always have a whole lot is I do a lot of costume changes.
Oh
So
nice.
I have several different versions of Goku, and I have Goku Black. I also have Cooler.
Oh you
Um,
so you've done Cooler, is it his before he gets all
um,
metallic looking?
the yeah, yeah. So I have that. I do want to do a golden cooler, but that was a really big project. It took me like 4 months to build it. And it was my first time building with EVA foam, so it was quite tedious. But I want to do a different one. But once I actually build a muscle suit and make it work, then I'll worry about redoing a new one and stuff. But I got that. I'm working on building a Bardock.
Ooh.
Um, I want to do a time breaker Mass Saiyan Bardock.
Ooh.
That would be cool.
I mean, the
The
best thing
nice
about
thing
the
is
bet.
with my base wig, I can sit there and do that.
Oh
So
yeah, I was gonna say Bardock and Goku share the same wig, basically. Spoilers, your father and
pretty
son.
much. Yeah, that's what makes it fun is when that was like the first wig I got was the base wig, and then I got my rose wig, and then I've been making some of my own wigs, EVA foam wigs, to help do some stuff while, coming up with money to do some other things. I have done a Super Saiyan 4 Goku before.
Oh yeah,
I
with
have
the
to rebuild.
with the so with that actual fur like fake fur you used for
Yeah, yeah.
I've never seen a I mean, I've seen like pictures, but I've never seen like I've seen Dragon Ball Z cosplays here and there. I've seen Future Trunks when he's wearing the Saiyan suit. I have a friend who's cosplayed as Android This
They
20, 20, the one her Majin Buu form, I think.
oh 21.
Yeah, Android. Yeah, I have a friend who's cosplayed as Android 21, and they
Mm-hmm.
did a she did a really good really good job. Shout out to Echo Chips for her Android 21 with the pink and the wig and the tail and the blue contacts and everything.
Yeah, I love that one. And now I think that's actually a canon character because they mentioned her in the Dragon Ball Super superhero, and that's actually in line with the manga now. So I think
Hmm.
Android 21 is actually officially canon now.
I remember she was in the video game, so I mean, might as well be.
Yeah, but they even say Cooler isn't officially canon. So like even though
Mhm.
we've seen things, to me it's like if Akira Toriyama is
They say that
kind of canon there. It's
they
just
say
might
that
not be in the current story.
they say the same thing about Dragon Ball GT not being canon, but I consider it canon.
It's whatever.
Eh.
We all
So,
like what we like.
when you first when you first were doing this for the Z Fighters, who'd you go as for your first time doing this?
Um, I first started out with Goku Black because I was dealing with hard costumes and stuff like that. And I needed help with getting some of my stuff commissioned and stuff. So it started out pretty rough around the corner and not really proud of some of the looks back then. It's definitely advanced quite a bit since then. So yeah, Goku Black, then Goku, the Zeno Goku. And then I turned around and I got the orange gi. And then turn around with that. Then I was doing the Crimson Mass Saiyan for Goku Black. And then I got battle damage Goku. So I just making more use of the wigs that I have as much as I can.
Oh,
Yep.
oh wow. That's like saying, so has your husband joined you being part of the Z Fighters as well?
He does Vegeta when he feels up to it. He's not as slim and fit like he wants to, so he has confidence issues and stuff like that. But I
It's
try and get him encouraged to do it because cosplay's for everyone, no matter where
oh
you are.
no, I 100% agree with that.
You know, I
Absolutely for
actually just made a Nappa for a friend of mine, 6'4", 350 pounds, 60-inch waist.
I mean, Nappa's like a pretty big
You
dude
wouldn't
to
even
begin.
know it. You wouldn't even know it. He looked fabulous.
Oh,
And even
that's
for as
awesome.
big as he was and a 60-inch waist, I can't even picture that. It's like it was a big piece of armor that I made.
I
But
mean,
I saw pictures of him. He's like he perfect. So
Nappa's like a pretty big guy, so that work seems to
yeah.
does seem to work out.
We'll see. When I first started making armor, I was getting all the big dudes too.
Well, I mean,
It's like
almost like everyone in Dragon Ball, I hate to say it, is like, muscular in some shape or form.
yeah, or just big.
Oh yeah, that
Um,
too.
not all of us are super fit people, so we have to make do with things. But for me, I like to show that anything is possible with just a little creativity. Even if you're not super fit, you can sit there and make yourself look fit. I learned how to use silicone prosthetics to give muscle definitions and stuff, um, which helps with doing certain things like I have a plan to do something so I can do Gogeta at a point.
Oh,
So
is that? Oh, that's the fusion. I'm thinking of Vegeta when they use the Patara ring earrings.
yeah, Vegito did the Pataras and he's more clothes than Gogeta. Gogeta has the white gi pants, long sash, and the vest.
It's just basically like Gotenks when they fuse together.
Yeah. just different color scheme with the vest and
Nice.
stuff.
I think what you guys do is really cool, and plus, I've like I've only ever talked to one other anime cosplay group. They're called the Oran High School Dallas Fort Worth Oran High School Host Club or something. I can't remember the name. I apologize to you guys for getting the name, but they're another anime based themed cosplay group. So I think, and you don't really see, again, like you said, you don't really see a lot of anime themed cosplay groups that stick to
No, I
one
think
that stick to one specific uh genre and series. I mean,
yeah,
you
and
got
I think that's because a lot of the people that are dealing with anime stuff are younger people and they just don't know how to do that. So already being a person that's already skilled with doing that and working on knowing how to make like booth setups and backdrops and all kinds of props and everything else like that to help entertain people when they want to come and get pictures and stuff. Um, it's like making people aware of what they can do.
oh yeah, no,
As
I wholeheartedly agree. Um, next question. What have been some of your favorite moments with the group at conventions or just in general?
well, I know like not this past Rose City, but the year before when we had both Chris Sabat and Sean Schimmel out. I went to go meet Sean. This was my first time meeting Sean, but I had, been sharing stuff with him and, we've had a few chit chats and stuff through social media and stuff. But I was dressed as Farmer Goku and it was the funniest. And he asked me for a picture. And I thought that was the greatest. And then that's like when I met up with Chris. This was our second time meeting. He said, "Yeah, don't worry, I'm still following you." So he's been following me on Twitter and stuff like that. So he sees our posts and stuff when I post up there. Um, I I try and be discreet when I tag people and stuff. So usually when I'm doing stuff for people and everything, I tag them and stuff. I've actually gotten to make a lot of table prints for several of the voice actors.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Again, that is really cool.
Yeah, no, I got see, I've done 5 prints so far for Stephanie. Just did the second one for Linda. Did one for Ray Hurd. Did one for David K. Actually, no, I did two. No, wait, no, one for David K for Dragon Ball because he was Raccoon. Um, I did one for Jason Machada, who was Carmen from the Dragon Ball Superhero film.
Oh,
And he was
nice.
also a longtime friend of mine. He also did Megatron in War for Cybertron stuff.
Oh,
So
that see, honestly, that is really cool.
yeah, no, I have fun doing it. And it's like getting ready to do a print for Chris because the last time I saw him, but I did a print and he gave me his email and he wanted me to do one for him. And so I'm going to do one and I'm going to surprise him and give it to him at Fan Expo.
Yeah, see that is really cool. I know a recent speaking of Dragon Ball, a recent con down in Reading called Sundell Bridge Comic Con, they just had Sean Schimmel as a guest
Hmm.
up back in October.
Yeah, no, they've been coming around, that's for sure.
Oh, I know. I've noticed lately like a recent surge in like Dragon Ball characters. Like
Hmm.
I know Chris and Sean and Monica, they frequent a lot of cons,
What
usually
was
together.
funny is I met up with Monica Rial up at Washington Summer Con, and then like not even a month later, she was at Wasabi Con, and I met up with her again.
Yeah, they're like, but again, they're like her and Sean, they also work together on My Hero Academia. So, you know,
Yeah,
they frequent a lot of cons together, I've noticed.
Yeah, and well, the biggest thing you notice, like when they're doing all these guest announcements, you can see a theme that they go with. So if they're doing
Oh yeah.
like One Piece or My Hero or something going on there, you'll see that kind of theme going on with their guests and stuff. So yeah, this is why Chris got invited, but I haven't seen Sean coming out for Fan Expo. Um, but it's okay because I'm excited. I like meeting up with Chris. He's awesome. Um, I have a lot of fun with him. So
Yeah, no, it's honestly cool seeing, and the fact that you get to meet these people while also, you and your group are dressed up as the characters they may have voice is also cool as well.
yeah, I mean, we just do a lot of appreciation stuff too, because we love our voice actors. They're the inspirations for everything that we've done, our childhoods, our growing up things for the younger community that just they grew up with Dragon Ball or whatever. Um, you know, yeah, you're a fan of it. Next thing you know, you're getting to be friends with them. Oh wow.
Yeah, that's the whole. No, that in itself is just, I
Like
imagine.
a year ago, I had a friend of mine that lives out in New York, and I gave him a birthday wish from Linda Young. And this year, he's going to get to meet her and celebrate his birthday with Linda.
Oh,
So
that is awesome.
that's like those are the type of things that I those are the type of things I did. Like when I first got to be with my fiance, I said, "Okay, so who would you like to meet?" Because I have my ways around. And he's like, "Well, I would really love to meet Chris." And within 4 months, he got to meet Chris.
Oh, that is so cool.
I have ways of following how people hit cons and stuff like that because there's a database out there that they update for cons.
Oh yeah,
And
I have actually seen that, like let you know what cons are going to be here in this state, what cons are going to be here in this state, or what cons are going to be in this country across the pond.
yeah, and I know one voice actor that if we can ever get him to come out this way, would send people running because he had pretty much been off the radar since about 2011 after his mother died, and that's Scott McNeil. Scott did a lot of the ocean dub voices for Dragon Ball. He was Piccolo and about 20 other voices.
Oh,
Um,
I'm familiar with Scott's work. Okay.
yeah, and he actually lives up in Vancouver, British Columbia.
Yeah,
So,
Piccolo, Majin, Boo. Yeah,
yeah,
okay, yeah, he's definitely like done a lot of
he also
Canadian.
did stuff with Inuyasha and
Yeah.
a whole lot of other he's got a quiet list of voices that
Yeah,
he's done.
he's definitely done like a lot of like ocean dub Canadian animated
Yeah.
shows. So a few more questions. What kind of impact has the Z Fighters group had on you?
um it's it's given me something to continue putting all my talents to a community, like all my art skills, my creating skills. I kind of like when I was sitting there doing stuff with Transformers, I did a lot since 2008. I was responsible for naming the last two G1 Transformers from the cartoon. Um, but then after that, things kind of slowed down. And then I wanted to do something else to keep my skills going and stuff like that. So once I started stepping into the Dragon Ball stuff, it just totally took off. So continuing to do my artwork, to make things, to create awesome backdrops where people can have fun with and take awesome pictures and stuff like that. Just it's it's made a lot of people happy. It's given a lot of people something to focus on and stuff. we get a lot of young people that have disabilities, social anxieties, dysfunctions that on a normal basis they just don't know how to function normal. So a lot of them use costumes to express their social anxieties, to open up. So you find that a lot with a lot of costume groups and stuff like that. There's people that have specialties.
Nice. Now, a question that I actually asked pre in a previous episode. If you can go back and tell your younger self that this is something they'd be doing, what do you think they'd say?
Yeah, right.
Oh no, I say oh no, I like it just kind of like a question that came, it's something I always said to myself that I, you know, what I'm doing for this channel, if I can go, if you know, if I can go back and tell my younger self, hey, this is what we do, my younger self will most likely be saying, yeah, you're full of shit.
You know, I've actually walked through a lot of stuff with a lot of celebrities. Like in 2018, before COVID came, I actually had members of Friday 13th at my booth at Rose City in the same
Nice.
year that we had all the Dragon Ball people. One of the people that I had there was the set designer for Nightmare on Elm Street 3 and 4. And he literally took me over there to meet Robert Englund like 4 times.
Oof, man.
Now, if you told me that 10 years ago
Oh, like,
that I would
yeah, sure,
actually get to
uh-huh.
do that, I would just say you're lying because that seemed crazy. But I've had that happen. I've gotten to meet so many people. And when people just say, when I'm just like, I'm just blown away by them, and I'm like, you're really awesome and stuff like that. And then they turn around and say, oh, no, you're awesome. And then you're just like, what? So I love those moments that I'm just making that kind of impact for the fandoms, for the voice actors, the community itself, and stuff like that. Because I've been told by several of the Dragon Ball voice actors that the stuff we're doing is really been helping them a lot too, because they're getting invited to cons and stuff, and their world's just opening up left and right because of us cosplayers really being there to support.
It's something you never would have expected, basically. Like, you know, it also brings me to that. You're basically answered like, is this something you would ever expected to do ever? And you technically answered that question.
Yeah, no, it's not something that you really think of. I just turned 50 years old, so I've watched a lot of these things come to life in their very beginnings and stuff like that. When you do something and you get like one of the main cast characters come and say they really love what you're doing and stuff like that, and they really appreciate what you're doing, and it really just, it's a wow effect, like I've had comments like that from both Sean and Chris, um and everyone, like when we just had Eric Vale out, and he loved seeing us. I was like, that made his day.
That's always a good thing. So last but not least, what kind of advice would you want to give to someone who wants to start their own cosplay group, whether it's for anime, comic book, movie, stuff like that?
um I would start by first getting into a group that's functioning and learn what they're doing to make it successful. Like I learned a lot from my area, to see like all the different uh, community activities that you could do, be very social networking, to be able to find community activities. Like you can't hide behind something saying you don't want to really talk because of this, that. Once you become a public person, you're just a public person. So, different areas of the country have a lot more stuff going on around. And yeah, you got to be careful about the things that you do and stuff. But there's a lot of places and stuff that love seeing things like this. Like just the other day, I took my friend and we went down to one of our malls, and we're just walking around. And I had my Super Saiyan Blue Goku, and he had his OC character. And one of the store managers came out there, got a picture with us, and it's like, hey, if you come back and you come visit us, we'll give you 50% off. So they're like, okay.
I, and I'm just looking at your cooler with your permission if I can show pictures of these.
Yeah, sure.
But I was just looking at your like that is awesome.
And you know what's really cool too that I did with that is I used Just Saying gear, workout um, suit stuff to make the leggings and the shirt part and stuff. So it actually worked really well with it instead of it just being a plain purple. Um, I wanted to do stuff where I can support other companies too. And I use a lot of stuff with Just Saying gear because they make a lot of really cool stuff.
Nice. Again, I think that is really, really cool. Um, so last but not least, um, as I always ask, where can people find you guys if they want to stay up to date with events you're going to, cosplays you may be doing at said events of the group, and if they just want to follow you in general? Like what links can people find you at?
Well, our main group page that actually gives us all the links of our activities is going to be on Facebook, and it's Z Fighters Worldwide Dragon Ball Cosplay Group. Not hard to find. Just look up Z Fighters Worldwide. Um, we also have Instagram with Z Fighters WW 2022 is our Instagram, and then we also have Twitter. But basically, our Facebook really gives the community events thing. I'm still trying to find ways to advertise a little bit more with Instagram. Twitter is more, I don't know, doesn't really give me a whole lot to focal point on. So I only put certain things up on Twitter. My Instagram is like a photo dump when we do pictures and stuff. Um, but we have a lot more happening on Facebook. And I hope to eventually have an exterior website with all links and stuff. I
Nice.
just haven't gotten around to doing that yet.
You know, and again, I'm like I said, I'm happy. Like this, I'm thank you for letting me do this interview with you, so I can spread the word for like let people know about you, and hopefully to see you down here for some local cons too in the future.
Yeah, right now I've just been dealing with a lot of things personally on this end, so I've been kind of stuck on the local end. But I do want to do some travel cons, like so Stephanie Naldoni's coming back to the Pacific Northwest. She's going to be at Lilac City Comic Con, and
Nice.
they gave me a booth for that one. That's up in Spokane, so that's a
Oh, that's
nice
right.
drive.
Lilac City is in Washington. I always forget about that.
Yeah, so I got that. And see, when I do ones that I have to travel to, I have to think about my hotel costs and stuff like that and everything. So maybe I'll be able to do one down in Medford soon if I can plan it right. Maybe if they even want to listen to getting a voice actor out and stuff like that. I have quite a few that actually want to come out here and that have contacted me personally that want to come out this way. Um, and it's more like I got to get the cons to actually listen to say, hey, I got you some people that really want to come out here. I can get you some attention.
Nice. I think that should do it. Again, Brandy, thank you for coming on to talk about Z Fighters Worldwide. Again, I can't wait to see what future events you do. I also can't wait to see, what you and the group do as well. Really looking forward to it.
I know our next local event is going to be Kamora Con. We're just going to be there at just hanging out. We're
Okay,
going
well,
to have
I'll be sure to see you guys there because I'm going to go into KomoriCon myself this year.
so if you go up into my Facebook, if you're on Facebook and you go into our group page, you can see where we're having a Dragon Ball meetup. So all our Dragon Ball cosplayers that are going to KomoriCon will just be meeting up out there in the lobby under the pendulum, and we'll do pictures and stuff like that and all kinds of fun stuff. Um, I don't know how many people are going to actually show up because KomoriCon's kind of questionable at times. But we got that one, and then I'm waiting for confirmations and stuff. But we'll have Portland Fan Expo. Um, that one we should be able to have a booth with that one, so we're really excited for that again. They treated us really good last year, so we're gonna try and make a spectacular come because that's gonna
Nice.
be one of our first times we're gonna show our new big backdrop for Frieza.
Ooh. Yeah, again, I can't wait to see you guys at KomoriCon because I'll be there myself this year doing some media coverage. So I'll be sure to be stopping by your guys's. Be sure to find you guys to do a quick little interview and showcase your cosplays and everything.
All you gotta do is look for the hair.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'll be also be wearing the, I'll be wear, on the third day, I'll be wearing this shirt on day 3. So,
So I know I'll be there Friday and Saturday. Sunday, I actually I'm getting ready to be a grandma.
oh,
So
congratulations.
we're gonna be doing a gender reveal on
Oh,
Sunday. So I'm gonna find
well,
out if granddaughter or grandson.
I'll be sure to, I'll be sure to keep an eye on you for one of the days.
Yeah.
Again, I think that should do it. As always, I am Wayne the Unknown. Until next time, thank you for listening, and as always, thank you for watching.